Most people think the opposite of employee is entrepreneur. They think you have to choose between the security of a paycheck and the freedom of a dream. But in Genesis 30, we see a third way. Jacob didn't quit his job the moment he had a vision. He stayed until his boss's house was blessed, while simultaneously engineering the asset that will eventually buy his freedom. Today, we are declassifying the Jacob strategy, the art of building your empire on your employer's clock without compromising your integrity. I first talked about this in my book, Shattering Business Limitations. I'm Kenneth Ujimadu, and you're on Wealth Declassified. Now, the Jacob strategy is a strategy for transitioning smoothly from employment to owning your own enterprise. We'll start by discussing why a job sometimes might be necessary, which is what I've called the Laban phase. Then we'll provide some biblical examples, followed by some modern day examples, before we finally go to the most important part of this teaching, which is the step-by-step approach to Jacob's strategy. We start with the necessity of the Laban phase. Before the transition, we must understand why the job exists in the first place. Number one, the job is your capital engine. A job provides the seed for your future harvest. Without the steady cash flow of a career, your business decisions are often made out of desperation rather than strategy. Number two, the job is your proving ground. Laban was a difficult employer, yet Jacob used the environment to master animal husbandry and management. Your current role is a low-risk environment to sharpen high-value skills. Number three, the blessing principles. See, Genesis chapter 30 verse 27, Laban said to Jacob that I have found by experience that the Lord has blessed me because of you. A job is necessary because it allows you to practice stewardship over another man's property before you are trusted with your own, as Luke 16 verse 12 says. Now, here are a few biblical examples. The first one is Nehemiah. See, he was the cupbearer to the king, a high-level government job. He didn't just quit. He used his professional standing to secure the letters, resources, and timing needed to rebuild Jerusalem's walls. What about Paul the Apostle? Often cited as the original side hustler. He was a tent maker by trade. He used his manual craft to fund his primary venture, the ministry, ensuring he was never a financial burden to those he served. And now let's look at some modern day examples. We'll talk first about Damon John, the founder of Fubu. Why building the global brand Fubu? Damon worked as a waiter at Red Lobster. He used his paycheck to fund fabrics and art, working the 9 to 5 to survive and the 5 to 9 to thrive. What about Sarah Blakely of Spanx? She sold fax machines door to door for 7 years. She didn't quit until she had a finished product and a patent in her hand. The sales skills she learned on the job became the foundation for a billion-dollar empire. Now we talk about the Jacob strategy, step-by-step transition. We'll start with step one, excellence in the current mandate. So Jacob didn't slack off. He made Laban wealthy. You must be the most valuable person in your office. Why? Because the discipline required to grow someone else's business is the same discipline required to grow your own. Step two, define your speckled and the spotted. That means define your niche. Jacob proposed a specific deal. It would take the animals that Laban didn't value, the speckled and the spotted ones. See, identify the market gaps or niche opportunities that your current industry ignores. This is your side venture that doesn't compete directly with your employer, but leverages your expertise. Step three, visualizing the increase, the rods in the water. Jacob placed the peeled branches in front of the flocks to influence their breeding. This is about focus and environment. You must create a visual and mental separation between your work tasks and your business goals. Use your off hours to immerse yourself in the data and the strategy of your new venture. Now, step four, selective breeding, prioritizing high yield tasks. See, Jacob only put the rods in front of the stronger animal. Don't try to do everything at once. Identify the 20% of business activities that will generate 80% of your future revenue. Focus your limited after hours energy only on those high yield tasks. Now, the final step, the strategic exit, timing your move. Jacob didn't leave when he was frustrated. He left when his asset, the flocks, were large enough that his presence was no longer required for his survival and when the countenance of Laban changed. In these steps, you monitor your freedom number. When your side income or business valuation reaches a point where the opportunity cost of staying at your job exceeds your salary, it is time to move. You must understand that the Jacob strategy isn't about running away from a job. It's about outgrowing it. It's about being faithful in your current position that you naturally overflow into your own territory. This week, look at your Laban. Is he a person you are resentful of? Or is he the person that is funding your future empire? Shift your perspective, build your speckled flock, and prepare yourself as you begin to perfect your craft. I'm Kenneth Ojimadu, and this has been Wealth Declassified. If this perspective changed how you view your life, hit the subscribe button, share with one person who is building their legacy, and let's build something that lasts. I'll see you in the next episode.